So Dark and Darker just announced that they are migrating their Chaf game users over to Blacksmith, which is their launcher. And I noticed a lot of people in the general chat and just in the Discord in general were struggling with a few things. They had questions. They got hung up on a few things. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to make a video, break it down for you guys, make it as easy as possible for you to migrate over to the Blacksmith launcher. Now, I'm going to cover a few commonly asked questions, and I'm also going to be taking you through the entire process. The commonly asked questions are going to come later at the end of the video. I will have timestamps in the description. You can jump to those if your question is listed there. So the migration process is very simple. First thing you'll want to do is make sure that your Chaf games is up to date before starting the process. A few people that didn't update it are having problems. I don't know if it's directly tied to the game not being updated. There's been no official statement, but just in case, make sure that your game is updated. Step 1, you're going to want to log into Chaf games and go to the Dark and Darker page. Where you would normally click play now, it's now migrate. You'll click that. Make sure you read everything as you go through these steps, very important. Hit start migration, fill out this as necessary. This will be different for every person depending on how much or how little Chaf cache they have. Once you've completed this step, we're going to move down to step 6, which is copying this and going to the IronMace website. Once you have linked it to your IronMace account, hey, editing is a wizard here. Just wanted to make sure you guys know that when you are migrating your Chaf Games account to a IronMace account, it has to be a brand new IronMace account. It can't be one that has data saved previously or else it won't work. It also can't have a version of the game on the account, meaning if you have bought the game before on that account, it won't work. So make sure when you're transferring it over, you use a brand new IronMace account. Okay, that's it. Thanks. Download the Blacksmith launcher if you haven't already. Make sure you're logged in there, and then you're playing Dark and Darker again. It's that simple. On Chaf Games, it will show that you're migrated, and when you click, it will say continue to IronMace. Now, I'm going to answer a few commonly asked questions. Hey, it's me again, the editing guy. If I don't address a question that you have, please feel free to comment down below. As I explain later in the video, I am going to be watching the comments for the next few days just to make sure I help everyone as much as possible. The most commonly asked question I get is involving step 6. So, if you do not have an IronMace account when doing this, you need to create one. Once you've created one, it will say you'll need to buy the game. Don't worry, you don't need to buy the game. Come back to this, make sure you have the link copied, and then go back to the website. It will show that you are now logged in, and the process will continue as normal. Few things to note, it cannot be the same email as the one tied to your Chaf games. I've had users say that they can't log into it because of the email. I don't know of any go-arounds for the whole double email thing. As far as I know, you have to have separate emails. So if your Chaf games account and your Blacksmith account have the same email, it's not going to work out, unfortunately. Another thing that was brought up to me is the person had bought the Dark and Darker game on his IronMace account, but then refunded it a few days later. If you have refunded the game before, I believe you can't get it again on that account via this method. Now, if you make a new IronMace account, then you can transfer it over to that account, just not the one that had the game refunded originally. Yes, you will. Once you've migrated off of Chaf Games onto Blacksmith, you may want to delete the former version of Dark and Darker from Chaf Games just to clear up a little space on your PC. Will I not be able to play Dark and Darker if I don't migrate my account? Yes, if you do not migrate your account, you will not be able to play Dark and Darker by the end of the account migration period. The link for this website and the official Dark and Darker Discord to get the link will be listed down below in the description. I'll also be keeping a close eye on the comments for any questions that you guys have. If you are still struggling, feel free to comment there. And if you want, you can message me in the Discord. I'm very active there. The name is I'mWaiting2/iswizard. I'm one of the wardens there. If you want, feel free to message me. Hopefully this helped you guys out. Again, comment down below if you do have any more questions or need help with anything. And yeah, I think that's it. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and best of luck in the dungeons.